Hello, League. As you can see,
Hello.
we're all here.
What's
Well,
up,
except
Paul?
for Paul,
Fucking sore loser. Stupid ass
be-
bitch.
because he said he was going to be here. I told him, hey man, 8-ish, Arizona time. He said, okay, thumbs up emoji. And he's not here.
Yeah, it's like an hour. We're only an hour ahead of or behind them now, so
It's
it's not
hard to
even.
plan when you're in college because all you do is drink, I guess, and
She's not even in
make,
college. She's on break.
make bad decisions. So, bad decisions is a nice transition to the fact that I'm the champion. So that sucks ass for all of you. And good job making bad
Oh my
decisions all year long.
god! I gotta listen to this for a year. Congrats, Max. You finally fucking won. It took you 8 years. Good job.
I did it.
You did it.
And I'm getting a trophy with all the winnings. So my winning is everyone else's winnings because I'm probably not going to win it next year. Uh, so I'm passing the winnings on to you, the player, consumer. I don't know. Words are fucking hard. Anywho's it's so. I know I mentioned we're gonna do little participation rewards that were cheap and shitty. I'm lazy and forgot to do it. So I am going to do like a live presentation for those who are attending the live draft next year on what they get and such. Out of staters, I will be emailing you a copy of yours or some shit. I don't know. I'll make a digital form of it and like blast it on something. Other than that, the biggest meat and potatoes of this video is going to be the rule changes. Obviously, it's been a topic of discussion since literally the fucking draft. So we're going to dive right into it. The first one was probably the most controversial, and that's quarterback points. No one in particular really pushed the subject. It was a lot of people. I'm kidding. It was one person. But sorry, I have to take the shots while I can.
I mean, you won, so I literally it doesn't matter. You're allowed to say whatever you want.
And no amount of quarterbacks points would have changed that. Anyways, so basically, we have a couple options to do for this quarterback change, if we do it, which I'm against because I think the system works fucking fine. But basically, we can either revert back to 6 points per fucking touchdown for a quarterback, which we proved doesn't really change or affect any output of the game, with the exception of maybe like 3 or 4 of the entire season. Or we can add big play bonuses to quarterbacks and leave the touchdown points the same. If I remember correctly, the bonuses are like if we put a point for a 40-yard touchdown pass or a 40-yard completion, or just big plays, kind of giving that little extra kick. So like your dink and your dunkers aren't going to score as much points as
Aaron Rodgers.
your long tossers, the ones who toss the salad pretty long. Yeah, deal with it, Joey. Deal with the shitty joke. It happened. So how do you guys feel about these ideas?
Keep it the same.
any
Um,
reasoning for
I
it?
see. I'm honestly clear my throat here. I'm okay with it staying the same, but I do also like the idea of big plays because, um, in the argument of Ryan versus the Judicial Court of the World in 2017, that court case. I could understand like Drew Brees and like Aaron Rodgers and those guys actually benefiting from being the elite quarterbacks in the NFL. But I like honestly, my only thing was like I only want to see them get those extra points, like the big play ones, if it's a touchdown. I don't think 40-yard passes mean too much, to be honest, because Cam Newton occasionally throws a 40-yard pass and so on and so forth. Like if it's like a 40-yard plus touchdown, then yeah, I think you should get, instead of 4 or 5 points, you should get 6. I'm okay with that because then that is giving them value back to where it's missed. Because then, and the argument of Ryan and myself, then drafting an elite quarterback's pointless from that standpoint. So at the same time, though, there's so many times where like Case Keenum and other like randomer quarterbacks did that this year too. So like I think everyone benefits from it in a right way, and I don't think it ruins too much.
How does it make elite quarterbacks worthless? Your elite
Well, no, it
quarterback
doesn't.
is still going to score more touchdowns than your regular quarterback. You're still going to get more points.
No, I'm not saying it makes them worthless. I'm just saying they benefit from like them, like Todd Gurley, for instance, he just gets the ball, and like Aaron Rodgers just gets the ball, but there's no way he's putting up 50 points. And so I think by adding that like 1 or 2 extra points on big plays, I think gives it a little bit more value. I don't think I think if they stay the same, it doesn't matter. Like they're still good players and they're still getting you 20 points a week. But I think having that big play potential, like an Aaron Rodgers, like a Drew Brees, you could even say Alex Smith this season, and Carson Wentz and those guys. I think giving them that little bit of extra, I think just adds. I think it adds more strategy to it. I think it makes you think more. So like I'm okay with adding the big play point. But like I said, at the same time, I'm okay with it staying the same too. Like I don't necessarily have a problem with it. Like realistically, like you said, there wasn't too many games that it changed from without having that extra 1 or 2 points essentially. So it didn't really matter this year. But I mean, I think giving those guys the benefit of like big play potential, I think would be a nice change. I think it'd be something. I think if anything, it'd be something worth trying. Like I think if that's how I see it. I think it'd be something cool worth trying. Just because I've seen it in other leagues and I've seen it being successful, not successful, but I like to see it in more of a standard format because a lot of those leagues that have those crazy point totals have crazy point totals like you get 15 points for 10 receptions. It's like why? That stuff's insane, but like I don't think this is adding too much to it.
See, my thing is say we add that, right?
Right.
And we're also in the discussion of adding half point PPR, which I know I want to say a majority of the league is in favor of. It's still gonna be uneven. Like the value we gain from the big plays is basically gonna be negated by 2 catches by a quarterback or running back. So like I think the idea of trying to balance out QBs to running backs to wide receivers is kind of hard to do. So that's just like why I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I've already stated my opinion.
No, yeah, no, I don't know. Well, I mean, we could look at that then. Then maybe instead of a half point PPR, maybe it should be a 0.25 PPR, and then that's balancing that. Which is it's just such a shitty total because then you're adding in fractions and all that shit. But I mean, we already go by a like a 0.478 for yard thing anyway, so I don't see that being that big of a deal. But that's going too much into depth, and that's not worth the time.
Yeah.
And that's where I understand that. Like that's just not worth the time. But I don't like. I just don't like. I think it would just be more of like a throw-in kind of thing. That's why I said I don't really care if it changes. I'm just arguing the point that playing devil's advocate here for Ryan and other people who do want to maybe see quarterbacks get more points. But it's I personally I could go either way. Like I'd vote either way. It just depends like on realistically like what we do with everything else. I think first. I think this one honestly. I think this should have maybe been the last question. Because I think voting on everything else first and then going into this being like, okay, well then since we added all this other shit, should we really vote on QBs? I think that maybe would have been better. But like I said.
Well, the voting's not going to be done until.
No, I know that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Maybe we should save that as like the last question during the before the draft or whatever. So.
Well, we're going to do the voting way before the draft because when I set the league up before, it needs to be.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll figure out timing for it. I might just put them up on the face in regards to that. I might just put all of these as a yes no on Facebook, like the poll system, and let people do it, and then think about it and change it back if they want, and then I'll decide a date where I decide to make it final.
Makes sense.
While communicating when that's going to happen.
Yeah, don't put a I don't care.
No, that's
That's an answer.
no. I'm
Like, I'm
literally,
impartial
literally
because that's just
I'm literally locking the options.
make people
No,
leave.
because remember when I was trying to make the fucking draft time, you were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't give
Who
a shit."
gives shit? Yeah.
Thanks.
There's only like
Oh,
one.
yeah, I
Yes.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
All of
yeah,
us
it's
don't
quite
give a
fun.
shit. We know, guys. We know. You don't.
We
Shit.
Yeah, we get it.
We
You're
get it.
fucking cool. Fucking edgy.
All
Fucking.
right. So the next one, this one's gonna be quick. Adding tight end to flex options. Sure.
Yeah.
Do it.
I mean,
It
Done.
makes
I don't give a
sense.
shit.
It was an accident this year because they were in there last year.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
I said, Ryan, a lot of the rules that happened this year were an accident. I want you to understand that it wasn't on purpose.
I'm not sure. I don't know if Yahoo set it back to the defaults when I was fucking around with the benching and all that shit. But yeah, that one's easy enough. I think that's gonna be pretty much a for sure vote yes, but I'll make it vote just because, for consistency's sake.
Judicial.
Half point PPR. So I spelled addition with 3 D's. Huh.
Dude,
Yeah, you did.
addition.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Half point PPR. I'm probably gonna vote yes on this.
Yes. Yes.
PPR is
Um,
kind of becoming the way of fantasy football in general. The landscape is shifting towards that direction.
Just because there's a lack of running backs. Like, if you really think about it, there is a lack of running backs in the NFL.
I think it balances out touchdown scorers and guys
Edelman.
who Edelman, like for example, run CMC. Like,
oh, he would have had a fucking huge year
yeah,
if we had PPR.
I mean, it's and he helped his
'cause-
team a lot. He was valuable to his team
Yeah.
in real life,
Yeah.
so it should be valuable to your fantasy squad.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the idea of half better than full.
We should name it the Darren Sproles effect.
yeah,
Because that's how he became in fucking big in fantasy. Was people started adding PPR when Darren Sproles started going for 12 catches a game.
yeah. No, I think it's good. I think it's good for the league to progress a little bit more. It kind of pulls us a little bit more away from the standard. Because that seemed to be what happened as I made the league as standardized as possible, and it backfired. So I think pulling it this way is gonna add a little bit more of a custom feel. But yeah, my vote's gonna be yes in that department because I mean honestly I don't really care that much, and sure, why not?
I think
Agreed.
half is pretty reasonable because like I'm not a big fan of PPR, full point PPR, because some of the scores just get ridiculous, and it's just like what's the point of that? I don't like the idea of a running back having a negative play but still getting a positive fantasy point value on a play. Like that sounds stupid, but
Yeah.
that's my opinion, I guess. I like half. Half is reasonable. It changes it enough to have you change your draft strategy, this or that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
It's a nice little bonus. Okay, so is that it for that one? Anything else to add, Joey?
No, it's all said.
Alrighty, so the next one up is a $50 buy-in. My vote's gonna be yes for this because, well, winning more money is cool.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for 4 or 5 years. It's just, well,
all
our
y'all
friends
need
kind of suck.
jobs.
Yeah, half of you didn't have jobs at one point.
But basically, more money invested is gonna lead to more try-hardiness, player retention.
Fucking better.
I guess.
Less middle fingers for getting third.
Right?
Well, because the way, okay, so like say, so I can break it down so people can understand in ways that they will get it for the fact that people like winning money. So $50 times 10, that's 500. Minus 50 for the person who wins third. They'll get their entry fee back. So that leaves us with $450. I figure
300 to the winner, 150 to the second, or 325 and 125. That's what I was thinking. I mean, we can vote on this too. Hi, Echo. Or
Yeah,
no, that
she's-
was Iris.
No, that was Echo. She's at the
Oh, it
door.
was
She's
Echo.
very upset. God. Fucking cat ruining everything. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure out the payout structure when we get to it. I don't mind that. What? Hold
Like,
on. So
I
450,
think
300, 150. That sounds all right.
or like
350
325 to 125.
350, 100.
350, 100. I mean, it depends on what like percentage you want to do, or
See, I
70,
kind
30.
of like
Fucking,
that. I like 350, 100.
My only thing is though, like you're getting second though. That's why I was saying like
Yeah,
125.
but you win fucking $50. That's not bad. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm fine with whatever, to be honest.
So I don't want to punish the winner either, you know.
But, I mean,
worked hard
$300.
this season, guys.
Yeah, you're not really losing.
Yeah, it's $300. That's for you console gamers out there. That's a PlayStation 4.
Oh shit.
I'm soon gonna have, if I win this their fantasy league, I'm gonna have headphones that are more expensive than my graphics card in my computer.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Anyways,
bro.
so yeah, so basically, like that's what we have to look forward to. Like, I'm voting yes on a $50 buy-in because $10 buy-in is not enough to keep everyone interested. And I won what, $60 for all the stress. No, thank you. We gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Stress.
Those are rookie numbers. Hey man,
All right, realistically, it's not
stressing me out.
stress. It's snack time. It's paying for snack time
yeah, no
on
shit.
Sundays.
It's gonna pay my $30 a month bill for fucking Red Zone channel. No, but let's see here. Words are hard. Okay, so this one's gonna be a no probably from the beta testing out there as the free agent fees $1 per move. Maybe I'll try to push that again next year after we do the $50 buy-in. And
I think 50 cents isn't bad.
I don't want to do that. I either want to do $1 or $5 per move. But but
Dude,
I
I
would do
made
five,
seven.
with
I
five
made
a
like
seat.
47 moves here. Like that's a lot of money.
that makes you think.
Well, I mean, okay. And Kalis' argument, because I'm actually going to use Kalis for once, because he made a smart suggestion. What if your players get hurt a lot? Like, what are you supposed to do?
Then
That's a
drop
lot
players that don't get
That's
hurt.
just fantasy life. Fuck.
of.
Let me put it this way. So the league I'm in.
No. Oh yeah. he
$50
does.
buy-ins. It's $5 for free agent moves. First place this year is getting $900. That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, for fucking fantasy football.
Second place is getting $400.
That's dope. But that's fucking
Like-
steep, though. You can't really ask that of like
I
everybody.
don't know. I get that, and if everyone's not prepared for that, then they're not prepared for that.
Yeah.
Gambling's a thing. I get it.
Yeah.
That's why I
I-
put it out there as a here, guys. What do you guys think about $1?
I think I would be good
$1
with
is fine.
I would be good with both of them. My point is that I think it's a little steep to do 50 and $1
And
whatever.
in the same year. That's what I'm saying. is
Exactly. That's my point, and I'm good with that too. That's fine.
I get that. Like I said, I'll probably end up voting no on that rule change anyways, just because of. I mean, I put it out there, and within milliseconds, it was fuck that rule change. So I'm not worried about that one.
We can propose it at another time.
Yeah, we'll shelve that for a later discussion. Next one. Commissioner trade vetoing control. So
Joe, you have the board.
no, hold on.
I
let's
have the
wait.
board?
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Give me a minute here before you start doing your thing. Do you explain what that means? I would have direct control over if trades go through or not. I would like to say that I did not put this forward. This was not my idea. I'm probably going to vote no on it because I don't want that kind of fucking power. That kind of power
I
leads.
do.
That kind of power leads to the
Give me
Republic
those
getting
pants.
overthrown and a galactic empire. So I don't want that to happen.
Says the guy with the Sith Lord tattoo.
Anyways,
Faggot. Just kidding. Sorry.
says the guy with the Umbrella Corporation tattooed on his wrist.
Shit! Damn it!
Literally got an umbrella on his wrist, guys. It's raining gays. Anyways, YouTube video gold. How to get your video pulled in seconds. Yeah, all right, Joey, this is yours. Fuck it. Go for it. Rant on.
That's alienated into me. No, okay, so this is something that I initially brought up a long time ago. Obviously, it's due to a lot of things, specifically one thing.
Friend
Hashtag
trade 2017.
Paul and Greg Gate, as I like to call it.
Hashtag friend trade.
Friend trade.
Gate.
Sorry, Paul.
No, okay, so now I now that the season's over and I've had time to cool down, and obviously T Swift is love, and I put that in the chat and all that good stuff. I don't really, honestly, it's whatever. Like, the trade happened. You guys could have voted yes or no. You guys didn't care. It doesn't matter, to be honest, and stuff like that.
Neither of them won.
Yeah, and neither of them did win. Paul did win money though, so technically he did win. So
Going to the trophy though. He
yeah,
donated
that's
it.
fine. That's true. He did donate it. You know what? Paul and I have talked about this outside of obviously the league and stuff like that because we play video games together. It's one of those things where I would like it to exist in some terms, but realistically, it's not healthy. I've been in leagues in the past where it's not healthy. So this is something I originally proposed just out of frustration, and the more and more I think about it, it's kind of stupid. It's asinine, and exactly as you know, as much as we're joking about the whole Sith and the umbrella thing and whatnot, it just doesn't work. Like, realistically, it just causes more of a rift, and then if someone loses, someone gets mad, and blah blah blah. And obviously, there's some salty moments this season, and you know, it's just unnecessary. So I'll probably vote against this, to be honest. But we did put it up there because I know other people had questioned it too. So it's one of those things where I don't think it's unnecessary. I think we're all adults here and we can fucking discuss something. I mean, it might be hard to discuss something. Obviously, I'm looking at our chat now and we're a bunch of children. But at the same time, I think, you know, when it comes down to it, we can figure something out if we need to, if it ever comes to that again. But realistically, it wasn't that big of a deal. This was one of the closest seasons of fantasy football ever, and I don't think you guys trading made that big of a difference when I look back at it now. It just happened to affect the outcomes of certain people's games, like my own, that pissed me off in just the wrong way. So it was like I said. But other than that, we'll see. You know, the vote will be there, so it's up to you guys.
Your thoughts, Chrissy Chris.
I agree with Joey. The idea of it in case like something like really is asinine. Not that Paul's trade was that asinine. It was just kind of one of those things. In my opinion, it was like, huh, really? And you look into it like, huh, all right. I think with the $50 buy-in, that might help prevent a possible
Exactly.
future
Hand-holding.
situation. That way, everybody's like, obviously, if you're paying $50, you're relatively committed to this, obviously. So you're gonna try to do your best to win, blah blah blah, and all that, and hopefully not try to pull fast ones. Or not that Paul did. Sorry, Paul. Sorry, I'm trying to be politically correct. Yeah, that's. I mean, I completely agree with Joey. If it was there, it would definitely probably create some drama that we don't fucking need in our lives.
Yeah, and that's all I like. I just don't like. I look back and it'd just be it would be another headache. That's all it would be.
And if there was something asinine, we'd all be like, vote no, and then the trade wouldn't go through. There's an idea.
Yeah, pause the league.
So
Time out.
Well, if something, all right, I'll put this out here just so it's known. if something is completely fucked up, I do have the power regardless. But it's like I can control every roster. Like that's built in. Like I can do that. I don't, and I don't like using it. So basically, what this rule is saying that every trade skips the voting process and goes straight to me, and I go, you know.
Oh, I didn't know it skipped the voting process. I thought that was just like an override. Nah, fuck that. Don't do this one.
Yeah, no, like I have an override.
Yeah, no, you have the gladiator thumb, and I know that
Right.
because we used it a long time ago, didn't we?
Maybe once. But yeah, that's why I didn't want this to go through. Is because I mean I always
silly.
have the power to change a roster. I can.
Well, that's what I'm
literally
saying. Like
change
we
the
can
starting
discuss
lineup.
it. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
discuss it. It's not.
I don't think
But-
I'm gonna vote no on it because I don't want to do that. But all right, so that one's out of the way. Actually went a little bit smoother than I thought it was going to.
Oh, I honestly I'm not like I said. The season's over, and I'm past the $10.
Pass the
like,
salt.
Yeah, the salt's gone. It's over.
The $10 is going to.
All I know is I got
Trophies.
two of the top one. I got number 1 and 2 wide receiver in our league. So
We'll get there
next
in a
year's gonna
minute.
be fucking sweet.
We'll get there in a minute. One of the rules is an IR roster spot. I'm good for adding it. I think it's whatever. Our benches
welcome,
are
Eric.
already. Our benches
Yeah, Max,
are,
do you want to explain why this is a vote?
Eric, I love you.
Just kidding.
These people can't read rules.
Oh!
Damn, shots fired.
It was mentioned multiple times at the draft that we were doing keep.
It was.
This
It
is
was. Sorry, Eric.
Yeah. So sorry, not sorry. I won.
You had Todd Gurley. That's why you won. It's okay.
Exactly.
He had the
Kirk Cousins would have
Kareems.
been. Yeah. I really didn't think IR. Let me explain why the IR wasn't in the league in the first place. Is we already have a 15-player roster, and a bench that I believe is 1, 2, flex, quarterback, wide receiver, running back,
6 spots.
tight end. So yeah, about a 6 or 5 spot bench, which I think is pretty lenient for like 6 active things. Like your defense isn't going to get hurt. Apparently your kickers can get hurt. That happened a lot this year, but most of the time that's not the case. But yeah, I'm all for adding this. I don't think it's not going to hurt anything. It's most of the time IR spots are used for like dynasty type leagues, and I don't like to think that a 2-person keeper league is necessarily a dynasty type league. Usually, you get that in or for back a letter word title. It's like 6 people that are keeping, but I'm all for adding it. I know Chris is because he was the one who pushed this one. Words, Chris?
Yep. I think it's only fair. I mean, excluding what happened with Eric, I would want one if one of my fucking studs went down. You would, you know what I mean? Like, in all fairness, like that sucks that it's got to take, especially if it's early in the year, that takes up a fucking bench spot, and you don't know what other injuries are gonna happen and shit like that. This is one of those things.
Bench all season.
Fuck Odell. Yes on IR spot.
Joey, words?
Are hard.
Yep.
No, honestly, like I'm cool with it because regardless that Eric didn't read the rules or not, it would be nice to have. Because like, there's times where like I'm sitting there and I actually think my whole bench was hurt 2 weeks, and like I had Aaron Rodgers obviously sitting there, and I was just like, well, fuck, I have to drop. And I actually had to drop Justin Tucker because of it, and he ended up beating me and kicking me out of the playoffs. So it was kind of the curse. But it was one of those things where it's just like it affects it in a weird way. And then obviously Eric's situation, which was just kind of a goofball situation. just kind of sets it. And I think since we're doing the $50 buy-in now too, or I mean, obviously that's a vote kind of thing. Are we just doing that? Have we decided that's just it?
It's a vote, but it looks like it's going to be a strong yes.
Yeah, because
I'm literally making any change to this a majority vote. I mean, if it wins 6-4, it wins 6-4. Like that's how it's going to work. Like we're straight up democracy, motherfucker. Like that's what
yeah. Well,
we're
we've just been. This is what 9 years.
a lot.
Yeah, like, and we've gone from doing, oh, I'm buying you lunch to here's a case of energy drinks, here's $10, here's $5. You know, like, it's getting the real dollars here. We're all
Yeah.
adults now.
Hashtag
So-
big boy pants.
So
Hashtag
with
big
that
boy
being
bet.
said, 'cause that $50 should go through unless you're a bitch. I'm just kidding. I think adding the IR spot, because I know you said you don't want it to be like a dynasty league, but I mean, $50 a buy-in, like you might as well give us an IR spot. I think it's the least they could go, especially if you're paying $50 a year. Because like, what if, like, you know, in Kalos's instance here, he loses everyone, and obviously it's a keeper league, so the next year he at least wants to be able to, you know, have a chance to still win. And I think adding that IR spot gives you a little bit more flexibility. So I'm probably gonna vote for it. So
All right. So on that little list, you guys don't have it, but I have it here because Paul sent it to me. We mentioned it a little bit. I think it was last video talking about how the draft would work. So Paul's basically suggesting that we make the draft kind of NFL style, where the last team picks first and then it snakes.
the snake draft, yeah.
So here's my 2 cents on this. If we were doing a redraft league,
I would
makes
agree to it.
more sense due to the fact that that person is going to get that first pick regardless. Now, the fact that we're keeping, this is a bad example because the person in 10th is not going to keep their first round pick, I don't think. We'll get to that here in a minute. But say he did. Say he keeps that first pick. Say second team, blah, 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 you know, all the way up to me, who's not keeping their first round pick. I now have the first pick regardless.
Strategy.
Exactly. So why don't we throw a wrench into that and make it random like we
Yeah.
always have?
I like that.
I think it's a great idea for redraft leagues. I really do, because then that person who got screwed over, got totally dicked. You know, it's all on them, man. They can make that one pick that makes them or breaks them. But with a keeper league, it's kind of like, well, fuck, you can get yourself dicked anyways. Like, he may literally not be able to pick till the 20th pick in the draft. So now we're penalizing him for finishing last, you know? So that's just
Yeah, I would have said like the snake draft would have been good for the draft we just did, not next year. I think if anything, if we want to maybe like, you know, this is way far down the line. Who knows if the league will still be around, if we'll still be here. But you know, 2-3 years from now, if we're gonna go, hey, let's reset, let's kick all the keepers, and let's redraft completely. And because
That'd be
you know
interesting. That'd be fun. That'd be
yeah,
interesting.
because the dynamic of the NFL will change by then too. You know, players will be, you know, either veteran, like Carson Wentz will be in the league for, you know, 9 years at that point or whatever, and so on and so forth. So like, it kind of gives you, you know, idea down the road. But obviously, you know, I like the snake draft idea, but only in that kind of form. Since we're going into keepers, if we were to be like, you know what, we're not doing keepers this season, next season, since we're going to a $50 buy-in, we're adding an IR spot, we're doing keepers this next year, and we want to do a snake draft this time around, sure. If you guys want to cut the keeper idea and do a snake draft this draft and start it from fresh, completely, like just restart the league fresh. Even though I know Max doesn't obviously want to do that because he has Todd Gurley and Kareem Hunt, I don't want to do that because I have, you know, fucking DeAndre Hopkins and Antonio Brown. Chris doesn't want to do that because he has future. He actually has future with most of his players, and obviously, you know, so.
I don't want to do a redraft league mainly because of the fact that we've been talking about making this keepers for the last like 3
Yeah, that-
years.
Oh no,
Effective-
and I agree.
Yeah, affected.
But that would be the only way I'd do a snake draft right now, is if we were to be like, we're rebooting the league. This is Windows 10 coming out, but we're not doing that, so no.
What are you saying, Chris?
I'm saying if we all of a sudden decided to just scrap the keeper league idea, that would have made the Eric situation really fucked up because
Yeah.
he got David Johnson twice and got nothing in return.
Yeah, no.
Or he can't keep him, so he got double fucked.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's staying keeper. Like that's the rules we agreed on when the league
Oh
started.
yeah, no, I
We
agree.
drafted with those intentions, so that's not gonna happen. I'm all for just drawing lots like we did last time. Uh, locked draft order like that is
Yeah.
just it has a chance of backfiring on people that we are trying
Yeah.
to help. You know,
I don't think the draft order this year is, well, next year is as crucial with keeper because I don't want the fucking first pick, you know? Like, I like having the later round picks.
Yeah.
You can get more quality players as opposed to one home run if they stay healthy kind of thing, you know?
True. My keyboard.
But it's fantasy. Nothing's a fucking sure thing.
Yeah, it's also true.
It's
So I think that's it for all the rules and nonsense. So what I would like to do now is go to our rosters here.
Oh yeah, we're doing predictions.
Yeah, just real quick. I think it'd be kind of fun to do. Where are we at on time? 36 minutes. I warned people it'd be a long one.
Rosters.
Where's Lee?
If you just go to
Word.
sorry, I'm tired. If you go to league and then there's rosters, you can click on and it goes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
So I guess we'll just go from
predict
you,
keepers?
'cause- yeah. All right. Let's see who's first. I have you first on mine.
Well,
Max.
that's number one. So.
Enjoy it, Bucker.
Yeah. So let's
Better
start with
fucking
me.
enjoy it.
I'm gonna keep Austin Safarian-Jenkins and Doug Martin.
Kill yourself.
No, I'm kidding. Probably Todd Gurley, probably Kareem Hunt.
You're so this is my question to you because you bitched about it for 4 weeks, actually 6 weeks. You wouldn't keep Tyreek Hill over Kareem Hunt
Okay.
because where you got Tyreek Hill though?
So
Dude, Tyreek is a PPR fucking monster too.
Exactly.
he doesn't really get that many receptions.
I feel like he's getting like 5 a game,
He's like, yeah, that's nothing for a PPR or running wide receiver.
but he's getting like
Yeah, but where you got
100
him in all
yards.
the yards and touchdowns.
There's a lot. See, I have choices, man. I got all these choices. My roster's pretty
Yeah, you'd have a
good.
running back and a solid receiver, so that's another thing to consider. I'm not gonna give you any fucking advice. Fuck you.
The hard part for me to figure out is if one Kareem Hunt is he gonna be the only back there, and on the Tyreek Hill thing, since you posted that one out there, is it still gonna be Alex Smith at the helm, or are we gonna have Pat Mahomes?
I
So-
doubt Mahomes will get the starting job in the second fucking year when Alex had such a good year. He's a free agent this year, right?
It's Andy Reid,
Yeah.
dude.
So I mean,
I mean, yeah, he did dick over McNabb. And
Literally,
who
now
knows
the
with Andy
Super Bowl
Reid?
fun.
yeah, for sure. I mean, that's off-season shit that we're not even close to yet. So
And I'll just redraft Odell Beckham Jr. because I know he'll fall to me.
you can have him.
Shit, you got Odell on your bench.
Since everyone else hates
Who
him,
else
hates him.
Who else did you stash? You got Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
on
you
your
I have
snake
him
Deshaun
there.
Watson.
You
That was a
fuck.
late ACL tear. I don't think I'll keep him. That's kind of unnerving.
You gonna keep Saxonville?
Nah, don't keep a defense.
Keep a defense
Yeah, get out of here.
Saxonville though.
though. No,
Nah, you
honestly.
can still,
They're
you
in
can still
the
get them. They
playoffs.
really wanted them that bad.
All right. Do you guys want to do Broken Romo's team next?
Yeah, that's what's next on
Yeah.
my list, anyways.
Excellent. Okay. So it looks like all the lists are the same. Who's
Got to keep Zeke. Yep.
He's
keeping
keeping.
Zeke.
You got Zeke in the
Um,
third too.
You got him in like the.
I want to say second. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I'd almost say he's almost just gonna keep Zeke and LaShawn.
Or Alshon Jeffrey.
Well,
he had a
Alshon.
pretty solid year, and hopefully,
Yeah, before
yeah.
Wentz got hurt. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's. I think it's Jeffrey or McCoy. I don't know who else.
I don't think Shady's worth the first round.
What? Okay, what about this? Because he got Cam Newton in like the 8th round.
I don't know. You can get Will Fuller too. Did he even get drafted?
No,
you know,
he
he's
picked
probably
him
gonna
up.
have a better year with Deshaun back. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Oh, Mark-
That's not
Mark-
a bad
'Cause
option.
he lit it up for fucking 4 games in a row. He fucking shit on everybody.
With
Yeah,
two
besides Zeke,
receptions.
Marquez probably the most question marks on his team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely keeping Zeke, but that second one, I don't.
Yeah.
Alshon might not be bad. When did he get that?
He got him
just-
in a good round. I think 4th, 5th, or 6th, somewhere around there. I'm guessing.
Fourth. That's not bad.
Um,
That's not
yeah.
bad value.
I have a question on the keeper thing.
Mhm.
Does it have to be 2 players? Can you keep 1 player?
Oh,
Or none if you choose to go that route? Not that I will.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no. I don't think enforcing a keeping keeping
So-
stipulation is.
I agree. I'm just asking. Yeah.
So you could keep 1 player. You could keep 2. If you wanted to go redraft yourself, you could go redraft.
Yeah, because I actually tossed around that idea. Well, we can get to that when we get to my roster, but
All right, so let's go off to the next one. So here, so I won't get fined, aka I'm gonna leave.
you got to keep Bell. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, he's
yeah, he already said he was gonna keep Le'Veon, and probably I think he said Travis Kelsey is who
He
he
could,
was
he
looking
could
at,
get away with keeping Kelsey, yeah.
or
I mean,
Devontae Adams, because when healthy and when Aaron Rodgers is there, he was getting the ball. Actually, even when Rodgers
he did awesome with fucking Hundley.
yeah.
I don't know if I'd keep Marshawn.
Oh wait, he has Stephon Diggs too.
maybe Aaron Jones, depending on if Tymont comes back.
Well, what about Jamal Williams, the other one too? He was
Aaron
pretty
Jones
decent.
was ahead of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's for sure. Maybe Ryan will just drop everyone else besides Le'Veon. That's what I would do if I was him. To be honest, I'm
Well,
looking at
take
his
it,
team and
make
I just
good.
drop everyone except for
Didn't
Le'Veon.
he take Kelsey pretty high too? That's another factor.
Yeah, I don't. Actually, we can look at it.
Maximus.
I'm looking right now. Hold on.
He took him 5th round,
No way. He took him higher than that.
4th round.
No, he did draft him pretty high.
I say, might just want to grab that thing.
Third. Good lord.
He took him in
Yeah,
the
I
3rd
knew he took him
round.
pretty high. So that's a factor.
But I think he would be fine with it. I mean, I would almost be fine with
Yeah,
that because
his-
Kelsey's guaranteed the ball.
Yeah. Well, I think his roster is a good candidate for if he just wanted to keep Bell. I think I agree with that. If you
Yeah.
go that route and put together a solid squad.
Yeah, because if I let's just say for some reason I decide to only keep Antonio Brown. Oh, okay. Well, then there's a chance he could get DeAndre Hopkins, get Alshon Jeffrey. He could get Devontae Adams back. He could get Tyreek Hill. Like there's a lot of opportunity. Oh, OBJ is probably going to be there because I don't think Max is going to keep him. So
Probably not. All right, so on to Chris's roster here.
yep.
He's gonna keep
So-
Josh Gordon and Christian McCaffrey.
But so Ryan and I were talking about this. Russell Wilson's outscored every quarterback in the league.
Yeah, he's the number 1 player in fantasy. He actually, I don't know,
in our
because Gurley had
No,
a big game, but I
Gurley-
know he was going into it. No, he still is.
Okay. I didn't even realize that until like Christmas.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you
Him
got
and Wentz
him.
were 1 and 2 for all year, pretty much.
Yeah, and you got him what free agent?
No, I picked up Wentz as a free agent, and I got Russell in the 5th or 6th, maybe later. I don't think I took the quarterback super high.
So
7th.
Seventh
Yeah.
round.
I-
I would. Ah, God.
that
I
team's
don't
gonna
know.
go through a rebuild phase on defense, though.
Yeah, I'm not concerned with that. Russell Wilson can do the job. They're just it's their fucking line. The line
Yeah,
suck
'cause
dick.
you have such a good team because you have Julio, you have shit, you got Crabtree in like the 12th round or some dumb shit.
Good enough for third.
Oh shit. I think I'm gonna keep McCaffrey. And honestly, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. There's like about 4 options I'm thinking of: Gordon, Julio, maybe Kenyon Drake. Fuck DeMarco Murray, you motherfucker. I thought about keeping Jordy too. Oh, and Dalvin Cook. I snaked him. So
That's right, you snaked him. That's
I
who it
did.
was.
I don't know yet. I kind of like the idea of keeping
Just
one
sticking
that
one.
way. Keeping one, and then like I can have my first, second, and third.
Yeah, because you got
because I took McCaffrey 4th, so I could still
yeah,
back up.
that's hella good value, especially now that it's possibly going to be PPR.
Yeah, no. I think Julio would be a lot better in PPR. I don't think he was that terrible this year. It was just lack of touchdowns.
Like he is every year.
Um,
Lack of touchdowns.
yeah, but if fucking Aaron Rodgers didn't go down, Jordy would have picked up the slack, and I would have had a better year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was pretty confident with my draft, but didn't work out. It's all good.
I think Aaron Rodgers hadn't gotten hurt, you probably would have won.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. Fucking DeMarco Murray let me down all year.
Dude, I mean, they put what fucking
what's
600,
really
600 attempts into him in 2 years.
Fuck.
That's insane. That's too much running.
And their line sucked ass this
Their
year.
line is
Because
awful.
they were good last year. They put up a shitload of
Yeah.
points.
You know what's great
And-
about your Murray pick?
I took him 3rd, right before Todd Gurley, right?
Right before Todd
Yep.
Gurley.
Sucks because I wanted Gurley this year too. I really did.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you were talking about it too. You were sitting there debating that for a while.
I didn't think he would have this kind of year, but I did think he would have. Well, nobody did. So, I thought he was
did
gonna have
in
a bounce
every
back
league, though.
year. I really did think he was gonna have a bounce back year, whatever that means.
I thought he was gonna be maybe like 100 yards a game and maybe a touchdown here or there. Like I thought Gurley was gonna be like 15 points a week, not.
Yeah,
47.
that's what I thought, and I was like, hell yeah, that's a good. value.
That's why I took Rodgers. Like I literally was thinking about Gurley too, just like everyone else here, and I was like, I just don't think he's gonna be like Rodgers is guaranteed 20. That's all
Yeah.
I saw. And I was like, guaranteed 20 out of Antonio. That's 40 points a week. I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about. And then they both were like, I'm gonna play through concussion. I am gonna break my arm.
All right. Joey's sob story aside. Um,
Shut up.
Eric next.
Eric's next, yeah. Oh,
So, Eric has a
Eric's
really.
got good players.
He's got Pillow. Eric, you slide.
Yeah, he snaked him up at the end. He told me about that.
that's not bad, dude.
He's gotta keep DJ, right?
I think he keeps DJ and
Oh,
Keenan
absolutely.
Allen. Keenan Allen was top 5, I think, if I
He
last
was. He
checked.
fucking turned it
Oh
on.
shit, he has Ingram though.
Yeah. Well, Ingram, is he gonna make All Pro? He might be a fucking free agent, and he might sign somewhere else.
That's true. I mean, they're both going to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Right now.
He's got to keep DJ because he traded to get him back.
Maybe that's
so, I mean,
that's
if
the
you
play.
don't keep DJ, it's like that was worthless. Like, why'd you do
He's
that
gonna
kind of thing?
keep DJ.
Yeah, no,
I
he's keeping
think-
DJ.
He's a Cardinals fan.
Honestly, I would look at either. God damn it, you did it, Joey. You're gonna keep.
DJ and Allen, I think I'd go with that.
Either
I would
DJ and
keep
Allen, DJ and Jimmy G, or
DJ and Mark Ingram, depending on where he
to get
signs.
really frisky, DJ and Juju.
No. To get super frisky, DJ and J Tuck.
Juju's been
Good.
Oh,
fucking
he's
good.
he's the number 2. He fucking passed Martavis. I don't know. Martavis
Yeah,
had a fucking temper tantrum this year.
got benched.
No, I think Juju's the truth, man.
No, he's legit. I like
I
him.
really do. Okay, here's the really weird one.
Poor Kalis.
Well, he's
you
keeping
say
Kamara. I
that,
think-
but he's gonna get Kamara as a
Yeah,
15th round.
Keep Kamara. Did Kamara even get drafted? I don't think he got drafted.
I don't think he got drafted, so that's gonna be
Yeah.
a 15th round.
I'm still
RB1.
butthurt. I'm
If
still butthurt about the
Kalis-
Kamara. Ah,
If Kalis is to keep anyone, I think Kamara and maybe Robert Woods.
Mixon.
See, I don't feel like Mixon did anything.
Well, he didn't get much playing time until like.
And the Bengals hate each other. Like,
Yeah, that's a shit show over there.
I don't know. I think Kalis would be prime for just a one keeper
Yeah.
draft away.
Yeah, he'd have the entire draft essentially if he kept Kamara. He should keep Kamara.
Because
I think that's a good
maybe good
role
one
for-
too, depending on what
He
San
didn't get
Francisco
drafted,
does in
though.
their draft.
Yeah, that's another good idea
If San
too.
Francisco starts to load it up on free agent wide receivers, maybe not. But
dude, it's you know what? I was not a fan of the Jimmy G. I think I'm a fan of the Jimmy G now. I have to give that boy some credit.
he's a
He
handsome
took that
devil.
entire team and was like, "Let's win football games."
Didn't
And
they
they're
win?
like, okay, they're four
They
in a
went
row.
4, yeah.
Yeah,
They're 4
they
in a
beat
row
the
with him.
Jags.
Yeah, fucking A. They
Like-
shit on the Jags.
And like you just watch him play though, and he just knows the fucking game.
Yeah,
He's
no, he
actually
gets
such
it.
a good player.
He gets it.
All right, let's take a look at Joey's squad here. Now.
Of course, the Cardinals can't get him.
I know,
not.
fucking
Goddamn Cardinals.
Bruce Arians. How'd you not see that shit?
Seriously.
Fucking John Elway. What the fuck?
Joey,
Could have
stop-
traded away
stop-
Brock
stop-
Osweiler to him.
Brock Lobster. All right. So who are you gonna keep there, Joey?
I
You
don't
got-
know.
you
I
got
got
AB and DeAndre.
Curse Kernum.
Yeah, dude, you have to.
Yeah, you're keeping DeAndre and
Dude,
Dude, if anything, I have to see how healthy Antonio Brown is because if this concussion thing continues like it did from last year.
he doesn't have a concussion. It's a leg thing.
Oh, is it a leg thing now? Okay,
Yeah.
because it was a concussion thing.
Well,
'Cause
he
he
got
played-
fucking
he played-
cheap shotted.
Yeah, he played for 2 weeks with the concussion. We won't talk about
Yeah.
that.
fucking-
I don't know because I do have Rodgers. I
dude,
had such good
You're-
value on
you're-
DeAndre
you're-
Hopkins.
you're
dude, you have to.
I
You're
know. Who
keeping
am I
Dea-
kidding?
you're
I'm
keeping
keeping the
DeAndre,
dancing
Dude,
man.
you got to.
Antonio.
Those two are fucking PPR killers. Those
Like,
are.
your squad's gonna be disgusting from jump.
If
Yeah.
I had this team next year, I would have beat everyone. PPR god. My entire team
Duke
catches like
Johnson
16
Jr. would
points a
have been a
game.
lot more.
Yeah.
Dude, the Duke would have been like 20 points a game. And I would have been like right instead of like either 7 or 12.
Alright, let's take a look at Stevie's roster here.
So Steve has
Ooh, this is-
actually he is Fournette.
he has 3 quarterbacks and 3 defenses. Come on, man.
Steve was playing for the playoffs, dude. All right.
It's still
Yeah.
gonna like 4th or like 5th.
All right.
He's
So
got to keep Fournette.
he's keeping
has to.
Fournette and
Break the leg.
Hyde. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't keep Hyde because he fucking first round
Maybe.
picked him.
maybe you just Fournette. I think it's just Fournette.
Maybe Goff is
Because-
your 15th for the lulls,
Oh,
dude.
actually, yeah. Well, no, that's actually not a bad idea. If he can just keep Goff, because Goff apparently is a, 8-tier quarterback now.
Yeah.
So, or real question: does he keep Greg the leg? That is 17 points a week.
Did you draft him or did you pick him up?
He picked him up. That's a 16-round pick. Does
Yeah,
Steve cheese the league with the
I would-
kicker keep?
I would say Fournette. That's it.
Yeah, Fournette. Fournette would be the only one I would keep.
I would
with-
say
with
keep Hyde,
questions.
but he took him in the first round. I'm
You
like,
wouldn't
eh.
you wouldn't keep Jared Goff at 15?
I would keep
You're
Fournette
just
or
saying that 'cause
T.Y.
you want him?
Hilton.
Or like you being honest?
Yes.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm actually don't have a huge hard on for fantasy quarterbacks.
Right.
There's obviously some
15.
that are better than others. It's like,
Victor Cruz was drafted in the 15th round of our league
Dude, he
last
can-
year.
He can
Dude,
dance though.
Goff's not gonna go super high next year, so he can still get him whenever the fuck he wants him if he wants him. I don't.
You're not gonna get him in the 15th.
Yeah, you know what? He's getting a starting quarterback in the 15th round.
You're
like
not
that's
hurting your you're not
disgusting.
hurting your draft value. Like you're still
No,
gonna get your
For
1 or
sure.
2.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because
It's not
what
a
he
bad
got
idea.
he got Fournette what 6th?
I want to say third or fourth.
Third.
Yeah, so the third I would keep Goff at that. Yeah. I don't know. Steve's got some thinking to do. I mean, Steve, you have some actual thinking to do. Do it.
Anyways, on to everyone's favorite team, Paul's.
Kill yourself.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
Freeman and
sorry.
Howard. I think that's
Yeah,
a done
keep your
deal there.
collusion. Keep it going.
No, those
Might-
guys are
Eh,
relatively young and awesome. Like,
When did he get Drew Brees though? That's the real question. What round did he get?
I
Drew
bet you we
Brees?
got higher than normal.
Yeah, it was not after. It wasn't too far after you picked up Rogers, I think.
Drew Brees usually goes pretty high.
Cooper Cup wasn't drafted, was he?
No. 'Cause remember,
Oh,
you and I were talking about it.
yeah, I don't know,
That's not a bad value either.
dude.
You
It's
got
got to be.
Robert Woods and Sammy Watkins there.
He stole my Sammy Watkins from me. Yeah, you can have him.
He does have debt. Wait, he got
I
Alex
wouldn't keep
Smith
that.
off the waiver wire though.
Alex Smith may be in a different team.
Cool, send him to Denver or Arizona. That's an offense he can play in.
I'll take him.
Come to the Mile High.
Everyone's second favorite team.
Yeah.
This is where it gets fucky right here, dude.
Ooh, Joey, you have the floor.
Greg. What do you think Greg's keeping?
Teddy Two Gloves and Melvin Gordon.
Thielen and Gordon.
He's keeping Thielen.
He's
Is he-
keeping Gordon
That's
because
a-
he's getting Gordon for
You gotta-
fucking.
I think you got to keep Gordon. He was
No,
fucking-
no, he
sure.
gets him for what he was drafted at by Paul.
Yeah.
So Thielen was taken when 13th round.
14th round. He's keeping
Well-
Thielen.
Well, Diggs is back.
Thielen's the one. It's
Dude,
PPR.
Thielen, yeah.
You're
yeah.
keeping Thielen.
Fucking Greg, you beast.
Yeah.
But he's got AJ Green though.
Yeah, but he was a first round pick. I'd
Was
keep
he?
Thielen. I'd keep Thielen and Gordon. Yeah, AJ Green's always usually a first round.
Yeah,
Oh
well-
yeah. Actually, yeah. Just let him go. It's fine. Just
Yeah.
let him go. Let him come to me. He has Gronk too,
Mm.
but he took Gronk early. I remember.
Yeah, he
that.
did. I'd Thielen and Gordon. That's my opinion.
Yeah, because he got Gordon for what, his 3rd round technically.
He was high drafted
Who?
higher than that.
Because Jimmy
Gordon.
Howard, well, he took Jimmy. He took Jordan
Melvin
Howard.
Gordon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he took Jordan Howard though.
I think they were the same round.
Were they the same round?
I think.
Correct. Round 2.
All right, so yeah, so he's getting a 2nd rounder and a 15th rounder. Essentially, yeah, I'd keep those two.
Yeah,
Might as well.
that's the way. That's the way
Congrats,
it's
your guys' collusion worked out for you.
gonna be.
And on
I'm
that
just
bombshell. No, but seriously though, this is the last video of this year.
Should we keep doing videos?
What the fuck are we gonna talk about?
Listen,
Other things like Star Wars and how
Ah, dude,
Force Jesus Leia floated to the sky.
don't get me
Oh,
going. I'm already too worked up about it.
all over the place.
Come here, broomstick. I need you.
Fuck Broomstick Kid. And on that bombshell, fuck Broomstick Kid. We'll see you guys next year. I'll be putting up the votes and all that good shit. And we'll get this all sorted out and make everyone happy and hopefully win me more money. Later, kids.
We